So, Kim, thanks so much for being with us today. I know you're
Of course.
busy getting ready for your tour in Chicago this week, and actually I know you'll be running into some of the ladies there. Looks
Yes,
like everybody's headed in that direction. So,
I know.
yeah, yeah. But last night it was some really good golf, and that, I think, was really quite refreshing.
Yeah, I think we all finally brought our games.
You were playing very, very well. In fact, remembering what you said about standing over a putt and feeling like a 2-year-old, I don't know how many shows
Yep.
ago that was.
hmm
Lots changed in a few days. You were really putting well.
Oh yeah, I mean that elimination challenge, it really does something to you, and I mean it. After that first one, something finally clicked, and I felt comfortable over putting,
Hmm.
so it's nice to finally show it off.
Yep. No, it was great. So how did you feel about being paired up with Sophie for the immunity challenge?
I felt fine. I knew that out of the four of us that were left, I mean, anybody that I drew was going to be a tough match. But so I was forced, or I was ready to handle anybody that came to me. So drawing Sophie, I was fine with it. I was excited to play her.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, she certainly seemed very focused the last few shows. In fact, she was kind of a non-entity the first half of the series, and she's really come into the limelight in the last few shows, and seems to be even more so in tonight or last night's show. So, how well did you know Sophie before you came into this series?
Oh, I didn't know her at all.
Okay.
I didn't know about her. I didn't know her. Yeah, I had no idea who she was. And when she got there, she was just a big goofball. It was really surprising. We all thought that she'd be a little bit quiet, and we had heard about her calendars or whatever. So I think we all had kind of a perception about this girl. And when we met her, she was great. She's a fantastic girl.
Well, goofball is a really interesting word. Can you elaborate on what that means?
A goofball. She's really silly. I mean, she generally likes to have fun, and everything's kind of. She's very serious on the golf course. I mean, we can see that from the show, but off the golf course and kind of in between challenges, she's great. She just likes to have fun, and she likes to laugh and play jokes, and act like a kid.
Well, where you have your bandanas around your head, she has them around her throat, which is
Yeah, she
also
does.
an interesting look. Do you know where that comes from?
I have no idea. I'm guessing it's just a French-Italian thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I wish I could ask her, actually. It'd be very cool
Yeah.
to interview her, but we haven't been lucky yet with her, so I don't know.
No.
Here's a call out to Sophie. Call me.
All right. Yeah. I'll send her an email for you.
All righty. That would be great. Yeah. That'd be great. Especially with the three of you, the last three up, I'd love to be able to do all three of you next week and
Yeah.
see what happens. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So it was great golf. There was a tiny bit of drama, a little bit at the beginning at breakfast. We saw just Lori kind of teasing Christina, trying to kind of get her out of her shell a little bit. That wasn't going to happen. Is there anything that wasn't shown on TV that you can share about that breakfast?
Oh, geez. That was so long ago, I don't even remember. And unfortunately, I didn't get to see the first part of the show last night, so I completely missed the breakfast scene, and I missed the entire first challenge with Sophie and I. So I forget. I don't even know it was shown at breakfast.
Okay.
But, I remember, I don't know what was shown, but I remember us trying to kind of make an effort to kind of get Christina back to normal, because the last couple of episodes or days had been really tough on her and on everybody else. And, I know it comes off awful on the show that we're all just trying to beat her down and whatever, but, I think we were genuinely trying to make an effort to bring her back to earth, and, she just wasn't having it, and I understand that, and, so we just moved on.
I know that, it was said by Lori that Christina was being immature, and that people were trying to bring her out. And Sophie said the same thing, that you guys were trying to bring her out. But the TV didn't really show any of that.
Oh, of course not. And why would they? Why would they?
Okay.
They want as much drama as possible. They don't want to show us trying to be friends. So that's what they showed.
We are just the innocent bystanders watching this,
Oh,
but it
yeah,
does paint
definitely.
a picture.
Definitely.
So the one little incident that occurred with Christina saying, something about sportsmen as she put the pin back in the hole after she putted, and Sophie didn't pick up the pin and put it in. And then, that would have been an interesting oversight. I probably have screwed up that way myself. But to say later in confessional that it was intentional that she was trying to teach Christina a lesson,
Right.
I found that quite shocking. What did you think about that?
Yeah, it was a bit shocking. I mean, I thought at that point we had all kind of gotten over playing these games and, after all this talk about etiquette, I thought that everybody would kind of mind their own business and do what they were supposed to. And, Sophie had a different agenda apparently. So I was very shocked to learn that she had done that on purpose.
At the end of the whole thing, I mean, I think many of us were just feeling a little bit like Christina, relieved that it was over. It was pretty painful to watch that elimination challenge, but I could certainly see the hesitation, and you said at the end, now what do we do?
Well, we, just with everything that had gone on, it was just very awkward. It was, I think everybody felt awkward. We didn't know whether we should go over there and, give her a hug, because that's what we had been doing with every other eliminated contestant, because we were sad to see them go. But it was just extremely awkward when Christina got kicked off.
I think it was all around.
Yeah,
we were feeling awkward watching it on TV.
Exactly. I mean, what would you have done if you were in my position? I don't know.
Well, it's over now, and you guys are seeing each other from time to time out there on the tour. You've got to run into each other. How is it with you and her and all the ladies?
I think it's fine. I talk to everybody that I see. Everybody from the show that I see, I've talked to, except for Christina probably. I talked to her. I spent a day with her actually before the show aired back in, I think it was March maybe. We spent a day together, and everything was fine. And then once the show started airing, that was about it. She didn't really say much to me anymore. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I gave her instructions to say hi to all of you guys for me. So.
Okay. I'll look out for her tomorrow and Friday and through the weekend.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing some great golf. I mean, the three of you guys are so strong, and there's no question that the drama is starting to go away, and some serious competition is coming into play, and I think that's wonderful. So, I wish you all the best this week in Chicago. Have you got any closing remarks you want to make to the audience that was watching?
I just hope people are still watching. I mean, I know there's just been so much drama in the last couple of weeks, and, it's been very, very catty. But you know what? It still comes down to golf at the end of the day. And, I hope people remember that and, realize that it is a reality TV show, and, producers are going to edit in what they want and what they don't want. And, but at the end of the day, they can't edit out the golf shots. So that's what it's going to come down to. So I hope people are still enjoying.
Well, a number of times I read people say, I'm not watching this anymore, and next week they're right back there in the forum, so it's an addiction.
It's gripping.
Yeah, it is. It's like watching a horror movie, you get your hands over your eyes, but the fingers are all apart. So.
Yeah, you're peeking through.
That's right. Yeah, we can't help but peek. Anyway, well, thanks so much, Kim. It's been a pleasure talking to you this week, and I sure hope we can pick it up again next week.
Definitely. I'll be here.
Okay. Take care. Have fun.
You too.